So I only took one trade this week. It was a trade on, I believe, was it a Tuesday? I believe it was Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday. There was a big holiday. Monday, Memorial Day, didn't trade. Tuesday, not high impact news. Let's just replay. We were bullish. 4 hour bullish on the 1 hour expecting a gap, kind of just rechased. Then I entered, did a trade recap on that. Anyways, this is why I didn't trade for the rest of the week. On Wednesday was FOMC. I had to work in the morning at 7, so I didn't even wake up to trade. I wasn't going to trade on Wednesday, but just to go over how price kind of moved on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we had just we were coming up. We're pretty bullish. Before market open, we had not taken out this high on either pair. We made SMT, but before that, we were still bullish, heading towards that high. We were expecting this 4 hour fair value gap right here. 1 hour fair value gap. But we're in this 4 hour, moving up to get this high. Same thing on ES. On the 1 hour, we were still bullish. Just looking at price that day, huge 1 hour fair value gap. Huge 1 hour fair value gap on both pairs. And we came up, took this high out, previous day high, I believe it was maybe news high. And then on the 5 minute, we do exactly kind of a confirmation I'd want to see, a displacement and in disrespect of an imbalance, and this happened on the 5 minute. So could have entered if I was trading right here, right on the order block, stop above here. But this is why I don't know what I would have done in this situation, but I probably wouldn't have. I don't know. We made an SMT, so I might have. Again, it's hard to say. But we made an SMT, displaced 5 minute, but we were just so bullish on everything else that I just didn't know if we were going to come to these London lows, especially with this fair value gap right here. I just didn't know, especially with FOMC, price is relatively more choppy. Just kind of consolidates a little bit until FOMC comes out at 2, or at 2. And so that, along with this hourly fair value gap, I didn't know how efficiently price would have delivered. But this is how I would have entered if I did enter. But if I was trading that day, I think I would have just stayed patient, just for the circumstances. Look, we just kind of consolidate on NASDAQ. We don't take this low. We just consolidate until 2 p.m. And then Thursday, news is looking like it just unemployment claims and prelim GDP at 8:30, or not 8:30, but 8:30. So 4 hour, boom, again, come above these highs. We're probably coming for equal highs. There's all-time highs up there, but huge displacement on this candle. Both pairs, huge displacement. Still in the middle of this 4-hour fair value gap. Market opens like right down here. There's really no like, like there's highs up here and lows right here in the middle of a 4-hour fair value gap. What I would want to see before entering is a sweep of liquidity. And if price went down to either one of these, I wouldn't have seen it move up to the opposing liquidity. Like if we went up, swept this high, I doubt it would come down here. If we took this low, I doubt it would have went up there. So the way price was looking, we were bearish on the 1-hour market open. It's just hourly fair value gap. It's just not a good day in price, at least the way I view it. Market opened, and we just shot down to these lows. It looks like it was just a London session sweep. We came up through these highs and displaced, and we moved down. But so I just don't think Thursday would have been a good day to trade, and that's why I didn't even take a trade. Didn't really look at price. Just by looking at how price was pre-market, I just knew that it wouldn't have been a day for me to want to trade. Friday, core PCE and revised consumer sentiment on Friday. Over here. Friday could have been something. We're displaced. We're displacing down. This is a 10. So we have like a high right here. We have lows over here. That's still intact. This low in the 4-hour. I don't know if this was taken out. It was taken out pre-market. So market open, we have pretty much these highs, these lows. Same thing over here. And I believe why I wasn't really looking at trade was because pre-market with news, we took these lows out right here. And with that happening pre-market from 9:30 right here, I mean, we didn't sweep this out or this out to move in any direction. We just consolidated until moving down. So just not a day that I would want to trade. Like with a big move pre-market like this to take out liquidity and then no real reaction from it. And then when market opened, we just shot down on the 5-minute and barely had any movement. Not a day I would want to trade. So that's why I was extremely patient this week, where I only took one trade on Tuesday. And why I don't think I would have traded on Wednesday if I was sitting in front of my computer on market open, and why I didn't trade Thursday and Friday. Going to next week, I just started the funded challenge. It's FOMC. Pretty big high impact news week. Going into it, Federal Chairman Powell does speak at 1 tomorrow on Monday. If price is clean, and I believe that short term I could fill my bias. I wouldn't want to have anything long term where it's has to make a drastic move like this, if we came down, swept, and it move all the way up here or to other highs. If it's like this, where I think these are very achievable, because I feel like price might want to wait for him to speak, and also there is 10 a.m. news. So I will just be very careful tomorrow and probably looking to not trade For the rest of the week, just goes as regular FOMC, not trading Friday. Hesitant on Wednesday, open to trading Tuesday and Wednesday. I mean, not Wednesday, Tuesday and Thursday. But on the daily, we're still moving up in an uptrend. We just tapped in this daily fair value gap. Close below this high. You know, we're just kind of looking like consolidating a little bit on the 4 hour. After this move, these moves, looks like tomorrow, not a clear bias on the 4 hour as of right now. Just looking at it. So I don't really know what to expect next week. Probably for price to go up or consolidate because we're kind of just in this range right now. Big move up here, then we displace instantly back inside of this range. So I'd just be patient and wait for a clear move and setup, especially with the new funded challenge. The way I'm looking at the funded challenge is I'm just gonna, no need to be really patient when it comes to sizing on the funded challenge. I mean, I'd rather just risk as much as I can to pass the challenge as soon as possible and then trade like regular sizing regular risk management that I would use once it's finally passed, but no need to risk like 500 or not 500, just like a low amount where it takes like a month for me to pass the challenge. That's just kind of dumb, you know. Especially with me being patient, I could pass a challenge in like 3 trades. If all 3 of them are profitable this way, I could pass it in a week, 2 weeks. So yeah, just moving forward, being patient next week with FOMC, and just sticking my plan. Yeah.